Hi, good evening. Welcome to LensCAST, cast off from the old Landscape LensCAST. Anyway, we are the last remaining of the Landscape LensCAST team.
Oh no!
Maybe, of course, remnants of the team. We can say
The
what you
wrong
like.
end of the team, that's what it is, Paul.
There we go, yeah,
Yeah.
as Doug says. But we're still here, and nevertheless, we thought we would get together and do a podcast. We don't know how it's going to go on for. We might be doing it regularly. We might be doing it for once a month. We might be doing it for once a year. Who cares? But we're going to do it. But I can say it's going to be more than once a year, of course. But
Once in a lifetime.
Sorry?
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. It might go for once in a lifetime because after this, we won't be talking to each other probably.
No.
So we'll see how it fares. So what I'm going to start off to saying is thank you to the guys who are on the Landscape LensCast podcast. No, we haven't fallen out. No, we didn't split up because we didn't hate each other. It's because everyone, as you're probably well aware, have their own things to do when it comes to social media. We're talking about photography, and that's what we're going to do. But the difference is, it's not just photography. It's how we perceive photography in the funny world as well. Things like you like to have a joke about, and also doing catch-ups on what's going on around the world of photography and who's doing what in the kind of social bubble of YouTube. Doug,
Hello.
welcome back, and let's say that it's good to be back in it.
It is, yes. It's great to be back. Would you like me to introduce you, Paul?
You can, yeah.
You're Paul Cunningham.
I thought that.
Yeah, but the viewers might not know that, so I'll introduce
yeah.
Paul Cunningham.
I thought
I'm Douglas
I
Milne.
know.
You still vlog occasionally. I've kind of dropped it for a while. I might get back at some point.
You will get back, Doug. Come on. I will. These powers I have in this channel will persuade you
Yeah,
to do that.
we'll see.
So it's it is good to be back. Sorry.
So you put me off.
What?
How you doing, lads?
What was that?
Was that you?
Oh, I think we've got calls coming in, guys, but we're not supposed to have it this week. Hello?
Alright, lads. How you doing? You doing alright, everyone, eh? It's
Yeah.
Rab Kebab.
Rab kebab.
Yes, that's my name. Rab Kebab. And I'm the only person that phones in to your show. I'm Rab Kebab.
Rab. Okay, Rab. Rab, I don't know if you're call someone else when you actually sent me an email, and I did say to you that we're not doing any phone-ins this episode. Sorry, mate, but not today.
Away and chase yourself. You said I could come on the first show.
No, I didn't.
So what am I meant to do, like, eh? Just sit
You
here with
what?
Jack Jones
Yes.
and watch you guys talk a load of... Aye.
No swearing.
Alright, I'll see you next week then, guys.
Okay.
Aye, cheery bye and that, eh?
Okay.
Get
See
up
you later.
here,
What?
bastard.
Well, oh, sorry. There's no swearing, guys. Sorry.
Oh, man.
I had no control over that there. We should have.
You shouldn't
dubbed
have
that.
answered the
Well,
phone, frankly. So yeah, what's
was a
next?
strange guy, wasn't it?
We have an agenda.
That was a strange guy. Yeah, I need to work out what we. I mean, maybe there's some way I can block him or something. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Yeah,
So, you know, there's a button that says "Don't answer." You know, your red button. Don't answer.
yeah. Well, I don't know how to work on this. I mean, we've got. Oh, there's a good point, Doug. And maybe I'll say this to the guys. Guys, you probably noticed that the quality of video is not good from the last podcast we done when we done the Landscape LensCast podcast because we're using free Riverside. We could have went to Zoom, but I thought no, not going with that.
No.
Riverside's good, so we kept with that. And I may, if your helps, if we get enough members joining, here you go. We will go to probably 4K, and we'll have all these bells and whistles and things and special effects, and you know, it'll be great. You know, just get everything mental. So,
All our videos up in
But I can't hear you
4K
from my hand.
digital. That's exactly what we want.
yep. Take a bottle. Take a bottle. Well, Thank you. Okay, off with the bar. Off with the bar. Go. Yeah, okay. Press pause there. Right, so, so Chris, this is only podcast. There's nothing. There's no rules. There's no script. We are going to talk about what we've been up to. We're going to talk about things that are interesting. But my good friend Doug was talking there, and I've interrupted him twice. Well, not twice, because that was Rab Kebab, who he was. Some guy from Glasgow, I think, or Edinburgh, don't know. Anyway, Doug, please.
I can't remember what I was talking about, Paul. I know what we're going to talk about. I know what we're going to talk about, because we were talking earlier on before we came on. We were talking about the use of AI.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Sticking me in it. Okay. So, Guy, a fascinating thing that I kind of read out to Doug before we came on, and I just discovered this, and I didn't script this or anything, but it's the world of photography, of course, in the present time, like 2005 and 2026, is defined by a fascinating tension between advanced artificial intelligence, as you know, and a deep nostalgic return to analogue techniques. And this is a period, of course, marked by authentic storytelling and the rise of Generation Z aesthetics, of course, and revolutionary gear advances, of course, and things. Now, my thing is here is like you've got two things here, and the interesting thing about it, as I said to Doug before we went live here, is the interesting thing is younger people now are actually wanting to go back to nostalgia, kind of, they like to give something firm in their hands, like a film.
Something tangible is what you're after.
Yeah, we'll say firm in your hands. God. So the reason why the reason why we're talking about this, because it seems like the younger generation, or Generation Z as we say call, generation we're in now, these guys are like prefer to go backwards as opposed to forwards. I actually thought it'll be a new generation of people will be, immersing themselves in artificial intelligence, but it seems to be the older people doing that, and I find that very interesting, because you get a lot of us grumpy photographers like, AI in this, I don't use AI, just clone a couple of things out, I don't use AI, I might just use a bit of that to control the light, I don't use AI. Anyway, but younger people like to just get not spool out, but they probably want to actually do the whole developing thing. So what do you think of that, Doug?
I think there's a fairly valid reason for that, which is that they haven't grown up with film.
Yeah.
Haven't grown up with analogue technology at all.
I find it interesting.
Fully digital from the word go. Do you know what I mean? So I think when they see film, there's a certain a novelty value to it. I'm counting off my fingers here. You can't see them. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a novelty value to it, and there's also the whole business of just creating. I know you can do that with a digital camera, but actually going back and doing it with something physical, a piece of film, it's something you can put in your hand and so on. I think they're quite happy to embrace that. It's not retro to them, you know what I mean? Because they weren't.
Yeah, retros, that's a word actually, because younger generations always like to go to older things. Like, interesting, because I thought it would be younger people who, because obviously it's younger minds who created, the AI, as opposed to, well, possibly, I don't know, but I presumed so anyway.
Yeah.
It baffles me. Really does.
I have to know. See, I don't see AI as something to be scared of or wary of or anything like that. Or even I wouldn't even say it's something to look down on. It's just another tool.
Well, that's it. I mean, I must remember to put that rainbow in that picture I took the other day. I'm going to put a rainbow in it. I've got a. No, of course I'm not going to put a rainbow in that thing. Christ, who do you think I am?
I know what you're like, Paul.
Yeah. So,
don't get rainbows in forests anyway.
Yeah, well, you can. I suppose you could just really aim for the canopy and then it's got this massive rainbow coming down. And you could put a unicorn.
Yeah.
And some kind of like mythical creature going through the forest,
Yeah. But again, I mean, what's the difference between that and painting, for example? If you were painting that picture rather than using a computer to do it.
When you're taking a picture, you're recording a scene, and you've got to be authentic as possible when you're recording that scene. You're true to yourself, more importantly, and try to capture a story. So for us, as you said, with the brush, you can paint what you want, and you're actually paint. It depends on what you're looking what to do, I suppose. You can paint anything really, and then you can add something to it. So the argument is, do we just take the picture, and then go home and chuck a couple of like big rabbits with massive ears and things, and I don't know. It's
what do you mean though?
What rabbits? Oh God. Something mythical in it. I don't know.
So again, that's just another kind of piece of creationism. Is that the word I'm after?
Yeah, it is creationism. I mean, if we want to get more viewers watching our podcast, we have to be down with the kids and say AI's the one.
Yeah, right.
But Doug, going back seriousness. But when you're actually taking a picture, you are taking a picture. What you're doing is
you're recording that scene. But what I mean is that's our preference. But I certainly wouldn't want to stick a unicorn or whatever in it. And that's going to AI to extremes. Do you know what I mean?
We'll use it.
I certainly have nothing against, there's a bit of rubbish on the ground that I didn't notice, I'll just clone that out.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's cleaning up. It's like, I mean, it is, let's face it, I mean, the die-hard photographer who still maintains he doesn't touch the... You get these guys who, the guys with the pipes and things and the smoking jacket and bringing it and they're sat in their social media keyboard warriors and they're like...
Yes.
I wouldn't have done that. And you get that comment down. I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done that. Like yours is that's the only true way to do it, and if you're doing it a different way, it's wrong.
Yeah, there is a purist photographer, and they dress in black, and they're walking around with a Bible in their hands, and they're purists.
Yes.
They're religious to the cameras. Why is my camera moving all the time? Look at this. Look at the state of my house, guys. Like these boxes. They're supposed to be moving.
Buy high-tech stuff, for goodness sake. Look at
it. It's crap. It might be high tech, but when I'm putting his hand up because it's supposed to freeze the camera. There, I've got it. Look at that. I'm not.
Well done.
See, I talk with my hands quite often. Sorry, Doug. What were we talking about there?
We're talking about AI.
There was something else. Oh yeah, we're kind of just ripping the piss of the AI, I suppose.
So the way I see it, it's just another way of taking a picture.
Yeah.
So, I don't see it as any less valid than standing there with your camera and click.
Yeah. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
I think it's open to debate. It's something that's going to be talked about all the time. Every podcast, even we talked about in our last podcast about AI. But I think what the topic of this conversation is how the interesting part of younger people were actually going back to use analog things, not just cameras. We're talking about TVs as well. Gamers will actually go back to the portable television.
The BBC Micro.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
You
remember Bird's Eye potato waffles?
Oh yes.
I don't know. This came up my head just now. I've had that advert song playing through my head all day because I seen a clip and it was like the song that went Bird's Eye potato waffles.
They're waffly versatile. Yeah.
That's it. I don't tell them. Okay. Slightly going off the subject there. That's my fault, of course.
Well, yeah. I'm happy to blame you, frankly.
Well, I used to get blamed in podcasts all the time.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. I would have
quite
chucked a
big
couple
too.
clips up, but yeah. So, kind of going to go into about going to places, etc., and locations to find. Now, one of the things is I like is travelling around Scotland and Doug as well, which I'll touch on a bit more. But what do you, Doug? What do you, in regards to when you get out in the car, you've got like a couple of hours to spare, or maybe a day, whatever. What do you do? What's your setup when you go with your camera, etc.?
Right. Usually, it depends what I'm up to. I always pretty much 100% take the tripod. I'm not one of these guys that will go, I don't go handheld.
So you're a tripod warrior against the people with the cameras.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't
I think
hold anything against anyone that just, goes handheld. But
I like handheld as well, but I think, about tripods, I think because Scotland's so windy up here, we'll have to have a tripod, don't we? That's a good point. Yeah, so like
it
yourself.
Depend, but I do prefer to use the tripod all the time, and it gives you time. It slows you down. While you set up your composition and all that kind of stuff. I know it's cliched. Everybody says that. But
would you be travelling what places? What's your favourite places? Well, just give me a couple of ideas where you like to set up, get some pictures of your favourite sort of subjects, etc.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm looking at canals.
Oh yeah.
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 Trying to make a weekend of project out of it.
Right. Okay.
I have ideas for bigger projects, but it's small stuff just now. You know?
And what kind of ideas that entail?
Well, and look at the photography. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it because it's possibly a commercial venture.
Not at all. Not at all. We won't, reveal that if you don't want to.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying kind of wandering up and down. There's 5 canals in Scotland, surviving canals. So I've been wandering up, but the one I've not been to is one that's relatively local, which is the Monkland.
Oh yeah, I know this.
It's across by Glasgow.
Yeah.
For all that it's relatively close, I've never set foot on it at all. Yeah, that's the advantage of where I live, because you're in the city. It's Livingston, which is a town, but there's plenty outside West Lothian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you get out
I get that.
And it's it's not far at all to get into some lovely countryside around here. I like it this time of year. We're in end of February right now. The sun stays low enough. All year. No, I'm doing that. Sun stays low enough all year, so it's constantly like almost golden hour. It's not quite golden hour, but you know what I mean, all day.
Yeah.
The sun's low enough, you get plenty of side light.
Yeah, exactly.
Not recently, because I think it's been raining since about November. But
yeah, we've had a lot of rain. Up here in Scotland as well as England as well.
The sun seems to come out when I'm at work.
Yeah, it always comes out when you're at work. Well, if it's snowing, you see a bit of snow and then you go out and it's like away.
Yeah.
It's too damn wet and miserable in Scotland.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the Central Belt, not so much as the Highlands. In the Central Belt, we see it, and then we might be lucky to get a day or two if we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
But it's away after that.
Right, well, I'm going to tell you now about my writing career.
Okay.
Because, well, I touched on this relatively regularly throughout our previous podcasts, so no difference here. So I'm just going to advertise my book, Paul. I'm sure you don't mind.
Yeah.
So my latest book. There it is, all in back to front. Right, 5 40 heritage and history walks, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I've seen those.
All right.
Have your name at the bottom there.
Aye.
So we know it's Douglas Milne.
Yeah.
Guys, that's
the new one. So rush out and buy it before the stocks run out. That only came out in last month, January.
Okay.
So yeah. So.
And what's the good thing about photographers buying these books? Just if you put it from a photographer's standpoint of view, as well as people going walking. What's good about these, you think?
Well, for one, you can admire my lovely photographs that are in there.
Well, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, half the idea when I originally went to Pocket Mountains and said to them, I want to write a book. I said, I want to write a book about West Lothian. Yeah. Here's some walks you could do, and here's my pictures. And it was the pictures that sold it, And the pictures that I sent weren't the ones that ended up in the book, but they were just a selection of photographs. Oh, so the idea is, when if you've got a walking route that you can follow, you can see from the initial picture that's in there that there's things that are worth taking photographs of. He said, trying to find something that's quite interesting. There you go. That's
I can see that. Yeah, I can see how that work as well if you're especially coming to Scotland and looking for places.
So I mean, you can go out, you can do the walk, you can copy the picture that's in there, or you can just follow the route round. And you can, if you look at the description, you'll probably find plenty of things, and you might think, oh, that could be interesting to take a picture of. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you get your exercise into the bargain, so win-win.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose that's something I could do with myself, Doug. Not doing much fitness this year. Not been at the gym for about a good 7 years now, so I was like a hamster on a wheel.
Is that right? You fall off?
Yeah.
Spin around like that.
I got back up again.
We're never going to keep you down.
Nothing can keep me down. That was a treadmill, guys. The hamster wheel was a treadmill. Okay. Nah, but yeah, I enjoyed it. So, Doug, what have you been watching on YouTube? Anything?
Well, we've been looking at Tom Heaton's recent videos where he's fired himself up to the Arctic Circle in his van. You know?
All right, okay.
Fascinating stuff.
Well, so he's kind of been through Scandinavia, right? I've seen it.
Yeah, all the way up.
Yeah, I think I've got a bit of footage of that. Guys, if you haven't seen that, and he's done a little kind of series of getting to the Arctic Circle and actually travelling from UK. Is that right, Doug?
Yes, yeah.
And he's gone right across the European continent, right up to Scandinavia. Is that right? So here's a clip. This is actually a refresher, which is quite good to show this.
This is just the start of his new video. So.
Yeah, so it's the start of his third instalment, I think, of this. And guys, really stunning photography. And of course, I'm sure you've all heard of Thomas Heaton. So I'm going to put it up just now.
I've just driven from the UK up to the Arctic Circle in my newly self-built camper van.
We have officially made it to the Arctic Circle.
The objective is simple: enjoy some landscape photography and take in the incredible scenery of the far north.
This is like a landscape photographer's dream.
After spending a few days in minus 33 degrees Celsius, although beautiful, it was incredibly challenging and things began to fail.
Yeah, my air intake is completely frosted over.
So I headed west to Norway in search of warmer temperatures.
This is about pretty much as good as it gets.
Some incredible photography. But now it's time for me to head back into the deep freeze as I head to Sweden, where it's going to be, again, as low as minus 30 degrees Celsius. So sit back, relax, and join me as we explore the wonders of the Arctic Circle.
Yes, that's a cracking clip, I think, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
You've got to admire his videography.
Yeah, I've always been an admirer of Tom's videography.
There.
Yeah. And he's just, we discussed that before as well, didn't we? Like, we felt like, we know he's got a background in videography.
Yeah, but that's like a movie.
Yeah, it's documentary as opposed to vlogging,
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell the difference between Thomas Heaton and an average vlogger on YouTube. Yeah. And he's came a long way. There's something for people to strive for if they want to do that kind of thing.
I think there's very likely a place for someone, personal guy on the telly,
Yeah. He's got a good personality, and
exactly. Whether it would be, do you know what? I would like to see a program. I mean, there are a few on like some of the on Sky and things like that programs about photography. But if you've got another program, if you're watching something like, I don't know, Country Fun or whatever, I don't watch it myself. But if you're watching something like that, and then there is a photography segment with someone like Thomas Heaton, look, here's this part of the countryside where we are. Let's get a lovely shot. Here's how I've taken it. I
mean, even like like these magazine shows, like the One Show. Yeah. Sometimes they'll feature someone, and he'll just, he wouldn't look out of place on channels like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be sad if he does get that point because we won't see him much on YouTube, will we? But I think the guy deserves every credit he gets. He's worked so hard, put so much into it.
Absolutely.
It's really good to show off his videos, etc. And as all photographers, we all kind of watch his videos. We aspire sometimes to be as good as this guy. We don't copy him, but we try to take the words of wisdom from his shooting and what he does. Yeah. And of course, I like how he uses aspect ratios as well.
Yes.
He's not the first one to use 1:1 crop, of course, but he is up there of being renowned for using simplicity
in
a square shot.
Yeah. He likes minimalism. Something I tend to shy away from is minimalism.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it's because you're doing tree photography. It's all crowded and it's chaotic, etc. And I'm starting. My new vlogs come out in a couple of weeks, and I have to say I've kind of put more into it now. What I'm doing, but yeah, I'd prefer first and foremost, if you're a photographer, take pictures. If you're doing the vlog, you have to really put so much into it, Doug, don't you? I mean, that's the thing.
That's it. It's not just going out and doing the video; it's getting home and editing it all together as well.
Content.
Obviously, you've got to get all your pictures have to be edited that you're going to be doing. You can't go, look at that one next week or whatever. You can't give yourself the extra whatever time between taking the picture and actually editing it to get it into the picture.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the thing is like, we're so like transfixed to get like the best material out, and like obviously trying to get a vlog that works, and we do the B-roll, etc. We try to even set up compositions in the B-roll. Well, I've tried it and I've failed a couple of times. It depends on the place you're in. And sometimes there's some woodlands are really beautiful. Most woodlands I go to are pretty much wild, kind of. The place is quite, kind of let loose to grow. It's not maintained. Yeah. It's very wild, but I like it that way because the trees are kind of like interesting to look at. Uh-huh. But you can't because it's not coppice. The trees are kind of much all overgrown, etc.
Like that. Yeah,
pretty much like that. Good impression, Doug, done there. There we go. That's going to be a thumbnail. This is going to be a thumbnail. So,
well, guys, that's the end of the podcast for tonight.
No.
Yes, I mean I've had enough of you. That's it. Sorry. We'll be back next time. Just talking more general rubbish, frankly.
Yeah, that's it.
So yes, and you can see us on Facebook. Catch up with us there. We'll obviously announce when the next podcast is. We'll be there. That's the LensCAST page on Facebook, and we've also got an Instagram page, and we'll announce it there as well. And that's us.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate that. And as Doug said, yeah, we'll be back again. And yeah, thanks for watching, Doug. It's goodbye from me.
That's goodbye from him.
There we go.